Hi everyone, this is JJ and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a spiritual guidance reading. I haven't done one in a while, and today it is raining here in the Los Angeles County, so I felt very much inspired to do a spiritual reading. Um, I love the rain. It's one of those things. It doesn't rain very often here in California. If you live here, it doesn't rain as much, but recently we've been having a lot of rain, which is great because of all the fires, and we really need the water. So, um, we have three options here. We have red, white, and brown. I want you to take a deep breath, relax, and ask your spirit guides to guide you to the color that will offer you the guidance that you need in this point in your life or at this time. These videos are timeless. All my videos are timeless, okay? Except the ones that say new moon or full moon. But all the other ones, all the spiritual guidance, all the pick a cards, all my readings are timeless. So whenever you are ready, go to the description box below and fast forward to the color that you chose. Remember, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If something doesn't fit, don't force it. But with spiritual guidance, you can always take some type of advice, regardless if it fits your situation or not. There's always something you can take away from the video. I am feeling from someone here that there's a change. I don't know if this change is already happening for you. I don't know if this change is something that you are wanting, that you're craving this change. But they are saying that you have to surrender to divine timing. You have to surrender to things coming according to a divine plan. You can't force these changes to happen. For some of you, the changes that are happening, you feel a little tense about them. You feel a little stressed out about them. And they're saying that these changes are within your family life, within the family unit. And they're saying that they're blessed changes. And just go with the flow, okay? Just go with the flow. That's what I'm hearing for someone out there. I am using 5 decks here for each stack. And that's it. Those are all of my announcements. And let's get started with the reading. So for those of you who picked option red, we have, so this is red, and we have the number 1. It's a 1. In case you wanted to know the number or you're into numerology. So new beginnings, things like that, okay? Wow, destiny. Your destiny is to blossom, to shine, to transform to ever greater light. Wow, you're living your destiny. Those of you who picked option red, or something with destiny. Destiny is stepping in. Destiny is you're living your destiny, or you're seeking your destiny, or you're about to meet your destiny. That's also another message that's coming through. Surrender to resentments. You have a lot of red and red. Holding on to resentments only poison you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. So someone here is holding on to a grudge. You're holding on to someone didn't meet the expectations. I'm hearing someone didn't meet you halfway, and you're really pissed off at that. Or you had an idea of how this person or how this situation was going to unfold for you, and it didn't. And Spirit is saying you need to let go of that resentment, because all that you are doing is literally that. You're drinking, it's like you're drinking poison. You're poisoning yourself. Because when you hold on to grudges against yourself or against other people, we're just holding judgment, resentments in general. It only hurts you. It doesn't hurt the other person you're holding the grudge on. That person could be living their life very happy, and you're over here holding a grudge on that person. So you're the one that is actually not living your life fully, right? So no holding on to judgments. No. Just forgive. That's what I'm hearing. Just forgive. Okay, just forgive. Who is it that you need to forgive in your life? Is it yourself? Is it other people? Is it a parent? Is it a loved one? Is it an ex? Who do you need to forgive? Is it a sibling? Who did not meet the expectations that you thought that they had to meet? Or just because you thought they were perfect and all of a sudden you realized that they weren't, and that made you fall into disappointment. That person disappointed you in some way. You have to forgive them. Remember, forgiveness is not you saying it's okay for what you did. If they did do something that was really wrong of them to do, forgiving them doesn't tell them that their behavior is okay, but it allows you to find peace within you and within the circumstances, and you can start healing. Okay? We have number 4, Call of the Dancing Crane. Sorry, there is nudity in this deck. So that is number 4. You know what, we'll leave this here. So this card talks about you're wanting to get away from something. You're wanting to start new. You're wanting to socialize with different people. You're wanting to experience something new. If you've been thinking of moving, relocating, changing jobs, changing groups of people, wanting to network with different people, this card is telling you go for it. It will be a great experience for you. This card is also saying stop falling into old habits. Stop believing in those old patterns. They are just social conditioning. You're letting go of these social conditions. And they're saying that for some of you, it's just letting go of this resentment of forgiving people, forgiving others. For others of you, it's letting go of social conditioning in the sense of maybe you have a belief that you're not worthy of success, that only lucky people create abundance, or maybe that you're not lucky. Excuse me. So what social conditionings, what beliefs, what ideas are limiting you, are preventing you from reaching your destiny, from living your destiny, from shining your beautiful light? Why are you dimming your light with social conditioning? It's time to let them go, like this umbrella. Time to let them fly away. Spirit is saying that you are allowed to change your beliefs and your ideas. You don't need to, it's not like you signed a contract and says that once you believe this, you can never change it. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to change your ideas and your beliefs about yourself and about other people. I'm hearing some of you have a really bad habit of holding on to this old story of old self-esteem. There's something about old stories here. You're holding on of old stories, whether that is you being the victim, you being not good enough for doing something or for being with someone. You have to let go. You have to rewrite your story in a positive light in order for your destiny to blossom. Some of you have this idea that abundance only happens to the rich, that abundance only happens to the really lucky people, and you feel unlucky, and that's not true. The reason why you don't have this abundance or whatever it is that you want come to you, it's because you're holding on to these old ideas, to these old beliefs that are not serving you anymore. They're holding you like a crane. You know, a crane, if that's how, that's a crane to me is one of those things where you're like, you the machine that grabs the things like that. I feel like you're holding on so tightly to this thing that you need to let go. That's just the truth. The next card is what you want wants you. Look how beautiful is that. You want something. There's something that you want. You want your destiny to manifest. You want your destiny to, you want to live your destiny. But you need to let go of this. You need to let go of these old people, of these old resentments, of these old stories, of these old beliefs, these ideas. Because like I said, they're really not serving you. You know, what you want, it's on its way to you. If you already dealt with this and you have forgiven the people that you needed to forgive, if you have looked at yourself and you've done the work, you've done the healing, you've changed old beliefs, or at least acknowledged them. The moment you acknowledge them, that you are aware, you take their power away and they no longer hold you back. It's just the fact of you being aware. What beliefs are holding you back? How are they holding you back? Not so much what you can do about them right now. It's just being aware of them will allow your destiny or destiny to step in and bring you what it is that you want. Adult children. Some of you, this has to do with childhood. Maybe you learned a pattern from a parent. Maybe one of your parents was a martyr. Maybe one of your parents was a narcissist and they felt entitled. And so now you feel entitled and that has always held you back. Maybe that's a belief that you're like, you know what? I'm entitled to this. I'm entitled to that. You know, what is it that you have learned in your childhood that it is affecting you now? That it is affecting your path to living or reaching your destiny. I'm going to read that off the guidebook, okay? Adult children. Let's see. This card comes to you because of changes involving your children who are now grown. Okay, so some of you maybe are holding to the belief that you were only a mother. What do you do now? Right? The empty nest syndrome. Usually it signals that an adult child has moved away from home, is getting married, or it's off to college or with other family members. And this could be that you are that child that just recently left home to find your destiny, to look for your destiny, to fulfill your destiny, to manifest your destiny. And now you're feeling scared. And Spirit is saying, don't be scared. You took the right choice. You're doing a great job. Just look at what is holding you back. And you will be able to reach that. Oh, let the trash pass. That will allow you to reach your destiny, your life purpose. You drew this card because there's a void that needs to be filled with new meaningful projects and activities. In some cases, this card means that you are the once child who is now grown. Perhaps you or your family still sees you as a child or an adolescent. In these cases, you are being guided to view yourself as a responsible adult, to work with your family to view you as that way as well. So maybe, like I said, you're that child that is moving out, and maybe you were very codependent with your parents, or your parents were very codependent with you, and now you're carrying that. So what is it that you need to let go of? Who is it that you need to forgive? What beliefs are holding you back to reach your destiny? So that is your message for option red. I hope it has offered you some guidance. I wish you the best and do the work. This is not easy work, but once you work with it and you do the work, your destiny will manifest. What you want will come to you. Now option white. Which is the one I picked. Let's see what's going on. Wisdom. Everything has a place and purpose. To be wise is to have great love, tolerance, and compassion for all things. Wow. Who needs your compassion at this time? And this could be you. Maybe you're in need of compassion to yourself. We always sometimes tend to be very harsh on ourselves. You're not doing good enough. You're not working hard enough. You know, you have a shortcoming here, or you failed at this. And also, this is very powerful. Everything has a place and a purpose. We can't force things to happen, right? Everything has a place and a purpose. Wow, that's beautiful. And we have number 4. I give you guys a number in case you know numerology, or maybe you ask your angels to give you a number and that's the number that you asked for confirmation. Okay, let's look at the cards. We have surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. So surrender your ego. Surrender what is it that benefits me? What is it that you want? Just for a while. Be of service to other people. If you get nervous, focus on service. If always do things from a place of service, of helping other people. Okay, don't worry so much right now on what it is that serves you, what it is that benefits you. See what benefits the other person, and that will allow you to further your goals at this time. You have a lot of wisdom within you. You have the wisdom, and you know that you need to surrender your ego. I wouldn't be surprised if people who chose white already kind of knew this. They're like, yeah, I know, I have a big ego. Or, yeah, I know, I need to, I've been getting the idea that my ego is getting on my way. Because your ego, it doesn't serve us. I mean, it does at some point in our lives, right? It's what drives us to do what we want and to go after what we want. But we also need to be humble about it, right? Hear the yellow tiger mother. Okay, number 13. Just 13 there is talking to me about the death card in the tarot. There are changes happening. Big changes happening here. That's what I'm hearing. So this card is talking about, I'm hearing change. They're saying that during this change, you need to trust yourself. You need to trust your intuition. You need to trust your wisdom. How you will be able to listen to your wisdom is by surrendering your ego. That is the main key. A lot of people ask me, how do you know if you're listening to your intuition or if you're listening to your ego? Well, your ego will always seek for self-gratification, will also put you down and tell you, you know what, you're failing at this. You need to keep pushing harder. You need to keep doing this. You need to do that. Forget about the other people. Focus on yourself. That is your ego, right? That is your ego. Your wisdom, your intuition is going to be very soft. It's usually a very soft voice that comes from within. And you need to quiet your mind. You need to quiet your ego in order to hear it. Your intuition or your inner wisdom will always speak to you from a self-loving energy, from a compassionate energy. Will never tell you that you are dumb, that you're not good enough. That is your ego. Your wisdom, your intuition will encourage you, will be comforting. It will be firm. It will be honest. But again, from a vibration of love and light. It's very different. Your ego tends to be very loud, while your wisdom and your intuition tends to be very soft and very quiet. You need to really focus and shut everything around you to listen to that wisdom. Okay, those are the main differences. That's how you will know. And for some of you, this card is also saying that whatever changes are going on around you right now, you are protected during these changes. Don't feel like your spirit guides left you alone. Sometimes spirit guides take a step back and you don't see them or hear them that often. For two reasons. One, because you either are too focused and too busy on the changes that are going on around you that you haven't taken the time to center yourself and quiet your mind to listen to them. Or two, because of free will. If you do not ask for their help, they can't intervene with free will. And sometimes spirit guides just take a step back. They allow you to learn the lesson. You can always ask for help and they will show up for you. But they're telling you right now that regardless whether you are seeing them a lot or not, you might be seeing the numbers 222, 777, 13, 4, as you saw here with the 4. But their message for you right now is you are strong. You are strong to get through whatever these changes are. You are a courageous person, just like the tiger. And they're saying that you don't even acknowledge that. Every time you get through a difficult situation, you don't give yourself credit for it. You just move on to the next thing. And your spirit guides are telling me to tell you that you need to embrace this tiger energy within you. I would not be surprised if people who chose option 4 or white here work with the tiger totem. I'm also getting bee totem. And personally myself, I've been seeing a lot of bees this year. If you've always watched my videos, you know that bees have been around a lot. And tigers, they always come in through dreams, always, or through cards like this, the tiger totem, or they come out in images, or I see a commercial. Regardless, they always come up, and they always come up when I'm having a hard time listening to my intuition. It comes to regulate, like to remind me, hey, you're listening to your ego, go back to your intuition, right? So you might be seeing that, or you might connect with that story. I love to always share my stories or my anecdotes because I feel that someone may connect with them, or someone may need to hear that. But they're saying that you are very strong, you are fierce, and you have to be like the tiger. The tiger, before it attacks, before it jumps into something or on its prey, it takes a moment to observe. It takes a moment to quiet itself and sit still and be still. Observe everything, watch everything, watch what's going on, the environment, its prey, and then you attack, and then you leap. So you're being called to do this at this time. You're being called to stay quiet, to sit still and listen to your wisdom and not your ego. Because if you sit quiet and you pay attention to the changes that are going on around you at this time, you will notice that they're not bad. They're actually serving a purpose. They're saying, yeah, things may feel like there's an earthquake around you, like the tower moment here. I'm pretty sure if I were to pull the tarot, I wouldn't be surprised if the death and the tarot come out, if the death and the tower come out together. That's the energies that I am getting here. It's like someone had a blow to their ego, basically. And they're saying that, yeah, things may be chaotic around you. Things may be shifting. You were expecting something and it took a whole 360-degree turn. And you're like, what do I do? Well, they're saying stay quiet, sit still, come back to center. They're saying don't run away from that which scares you. I don't know who that is for, but they're saying don't run away. There's no need to run away. There's no need to be scared. I was picking up on the B. Big, bold vision. They're saying that there's something that has come your way, maybe an opportunity. Work with your chakra, with your sacral chakra here. It's a lot of yellow. And to me, yellow is about it's a happy color. But it's also about your creativity, and it's also about your self-worth and owning your power. They're saying that you were not born to play a small role in your life. And maybe that's what is scaring you. Maybe now you're in a situation in your life where you are meant to become a leader in your life in some way. Whether this is through a project, through your family, there's a situation that requires you to step up and be a leader. Whatever it is, you're being called to step up and be a leader, okay? Regardless of the situation. And they're saying that don't be scared of that. Maybe that's what some of you are running away from, because you're like, I can't be a leader. I'm not a leader. I'm not good at this. How can I lead? Me? You know? And so Spirit is saying, you were not born to play a small role. You have that within you if you were just sent to yourself and listen to your wisdom. You have that wisdom. It's okay for you to be powerful at this time. You know how to do it without belittling other people. I'm hearing you are a fair leader. You walk your talk. Or you talk your walk. I don't even know. I think it's you walk your talk. They're saying you have the ability to dream big. And I feel like now that your dream is here, it's like you're running away. You're like, am I really capable of doing this? And they're saying you are. They're saying that there's going to be moments in your life where there's going to be twists and turns, ups and downs, and you do not need to hold back or run away from that. The reason why you're scared is because you're scared of your own power. Work with that sacral chakra. They're also telling me to tell you that you need to trust yourself, your idea, your dream. First, you need to trust yourself, your dream, and your idea before anybody else's opinion. If people do not agree with how it is that you want to live your life, or how it is that you want to create this project or reach your destiny, they're saying, kindly agree to disagree, right? Tell them it's your life and you're going to live it however it is you wish you want to live it. And you have the strength and the courage to make this decision, to live your life as a leader. And for some of you, it is a spiritual leader, but you need to surrender your ego. The last card, grief work. Yeah, you're having a blow to your ego. There's a blow to your ego here. And it's okay. You know, we all get them once in a while. There are things that are scaring you. There are situations that are scaring you that you need to let go of. And as I'm saying that, my hand is very like this. And I'm holding it to my chest. So some of you are holding on really tight to something very close to you. And they're saying it's time to let it go. It really is. Even if that means taking that blow to your ego. Because through grief work, you get that wisdom. That's the only way we get wisdom, right? Through our pains and our struggles and our hurts. And by letting go of things, we gain wisdom. You are a powerful leader. Always remember that. And work with the bee totem and the tiger totem. okay? And don't be scared of the changes that are going on in your life at this time. So now to option 3. For option 3, we have brown, and we have number 3. Again, the numbers, I show them to you because in case you gave your angel or your spirit guides confirmation that you wanted to see that number, maybe this serves as confirmation, okay? Forgiveness. Let go. Let the past go. Clear your heart and mind through forgiveness. Wow. Okay, so who do you need to forgive? Doesn't matter what they have done to you. I mean, it matters in the sense of like, you know, they did something really bad. I'm not saying that what they did, it's acceptable. But regardless of what they did, you need to find forgiveness. It's time to forgive, whether this is yourself or other people, okay? Body changes, okay? Some of you are going through changes. Some of you could be body changes as well. Definitely could be. I'm going to read that guidebook for this card for body changes, but I just picking up on changes, okay? What you need to surrender. Surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. At this time, your lesson is to forgive. To forgive yourself. I'm hearing yourself for this particular group. I'm hearing forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not being where it is that you want to be. Forgive yourself for making the wrong choices. We really don't make wrong choices. I like to look at it as lessons gained, you know? Experiences, wisdom gained. Forgive yourself for, I'm hearing picking a certain type of partner. I don't know why, but that's coming up strongly. Forgive yourself for picking maybe the same type of person. Maybe you keep asking yourself, why do I always end up in this with this same relationship with the same type of people? Different faces, but same type of people. For others of you, I am hearing that you need to forgive yourself for going down a different path and now noticing that that was not the path for you. Remember, there is no right or wrong path. They all unite. They all come together. Does not matter which path you take, they will all end up in the same place. Right? They're just different experiences, different lessons. We have the book of changes. Changes and changes. Forgive yourself for the changes. I feel like someone here feels like now they have to make a change because there's a lot of green here. So work with your heart chakra here. I feel like some of you feel like because of a certain decision that you made, now these changes are happening. Or now you have to make changes. And you're like, oh man, if I would have chosen right from the beginning, or if I would have done that from the beginning, these changes wouldn't have happened. Well, that's not the case. Forgive yourself for that. Forgive yourself for believing that. This card talks about there's a divine plan. There's always a divine plan. You will always fulfill your destiny. You will always be where you need to be. The divine is in charge of how that happens. Doesn't matter whether you go left or right, up or down, whether you go back, reverse, or you go forward. The divine will always make sure that you are always in the right place at the right time. Doesn't matter if it takes you a little bit longer, but you will get there. They're saying that the lesson that you are learning right now, and I don't know why I'm getting very emotional, is that life isn't always predictable. That's a huge one. And I think I'm getting emotional because I learned that lesson 2 years ago. It was one of those moments where my dad finally gave me some wise words to tell me. And there were those. They were like, JJ, one lesson that you need to learn now in life is that something that is always predictable is that life is always unpredictable. And I always remember those words my dad told me. And I'm hearing that for you guys. Is the lesson that you are learning right now is that life is unpredictable. Maybe you wanted to go down a certain path. Maybe you were full speed ahead on that path, and all of a sudden there's a roadblock. There's something there because you are meant to change course. You are meant to take a different direction. Maybe there was something that you were hoping for, something that you were thirsty for. I'm thirsty, that you were thirsty for, that you were savoring. You could already taste it in your mouth. You're like, once I get there, I'm going to live my life this way. And all of a sudden, boom, something happens. Tower moment right there. And Spirit is saying, yeah, life is messy. Life is unpredictable. And that is something that you will always have to remember. And some of you feel guilty for it. It's like, I knew it. I should have seen this coming. And now you're feeling guilty. You're like, I didn't see it coming and I should have. And Spirit is saying, forgive yourself. Changes is a natural thing. You have changes twice. It's like you're learning the lesson of changes. This may have been your first major change in your life where you're like, fudge sticks. I've seen it on other people. I've seen it happen to my sibling, to my mother, to whomever. And now it's happening to me. And they're saying that it's okay. You're finding your way through these changes. You may not see beyond the fog. You may not see beyond you may not see what's lying in front of you, but they're saying it's okay. You're finding your way. I feel like someone feels guilty for not knowing which path to take, for feeling lost. And Spirit is saying it's okay. Forgive yourself. It's normal to want changes. Maybe you've always wanted something and all of a sudden you don't want it anymore. And Spirit is saying it's okay. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to want changes. It's okay to be committed to something and then all of a sudden being like, you know what? I don't want that after all. It's completely okay. That's all I keep hearing. It's okay. They're saying that this shift, this changes, whether you enforce these changes or not, they're saying that you are being redirected. You're being redirected to your destiny, to where it is that you need to be. They're saying that, Spirit is saying that they see some pitfalls ahead of you that you cannot see. Because Spirit sees from a higher perspective, right? We don't. Our sight is very limited. We don't see beyond. And Spirit is saying that's why the change happened. Because there are pitfalls waiting for you ahead. And they're trying to avoid those pitfalls for you. And to do that, you need to change courses. You need to change direction. You are being guided, essentially. They're saying that whatever delays, whatever obstruction that is going on in your life at this time, it is a blessing in disguise. They're saying don't try to force an issue. If there's a delay, don't try to make it happen. There's a reason why there is a delay. Honor that. Be thankful for that. because we cannot see. Like I'm saying, is our sight is very much limited, but spirit can see from a higher perspective. So there is a reason why there's a stop sign. It's like when you're driving and there's a stop sign and there's like a rerouting. They're saying, okay, you're supposed to go straight, and you go, they're telling you now go left, and you ignore the stop sign and you keep going forward. You know, you don't know what's ahead. What if there's a crack on the road, or there's, I don't know, anything. So trust the delay. Trust in whatever it is that is happening at this time. Trust in the changes. Let itself sort out. Going back to that image of you driving. You don't need to go over there and fix the road yourself, right? The people will do it. The people who work on that. The highway people. I don't know what they're called. You know, you don't need to go over there and grab a shovel and cement and start trying to put the road back together. Just honor the reroute and go where you are being guided to go. And let things... Do you guys hear the water? The rain? It's raining. It's beautiful. Let things sort out by themselves. Let the divine sort it out for you. They're saying that this unexpected twist and turn, this unexpected situation, it's a blessing. It's a blessing so that you don't have to deal with unnecessary problems, with unnecessary delays. You know, if you have the option to either deal with the delays or avoid them completely, I think we would all avoid them. It's just that we can't see. Like I'm saying, our sight is limited. Let's pick the last card. The rain is getting very strong. Number 27. Yeah. Receive. Let spirit bring the things that you want to you. They're saying, forget your worries for a while and switch off. Do something else. Let it all go. And it will all flow on its own. Don't force the situation to happen. I wish you guys the best. Take care of yourselves and stay dry. Bye.